Well, Happy New Year to you. We ended up the year of 2025 very mild in the upper 50s and low 60s for much of the area. Much cooler today to begin the year. We'll talk about that in just a second. But recapping the December month, we ended the month very mild. Now, of course, we had Sunday, we had that cold front come through. So the daytime hours were a lot colder than that 56. So we had blue Sunday and Monday, but then getting back above average for the last 2 days with temperatures warming back up. But it was a very mild end to the month overall, and we really didn't get a whole lot of precipitation. Yes, we got that snowstorm on the first day of the month, but since then it has been very sparse with respect to precipitation. So, average high, 49. Warmer than last year, warmer than where we should be for December highs. And then factoring in the lows, 2 degrees above average, with the coldest temperature being 6, the hottest temperature being 69, or the warmest being 69, and the second half highs were about 14 degrees warmer than the first half of the month. So it just kind of reversed itself with the warmer end of the month compared to the first half. And as I mentioned, not a whole lot of precipitation. We did get 4.7 inches of snow on that first day of the month. And everyone was behind for the month. However, Manhattan ended up being above average for the year, while everyone else was below average. So we'll see how 2026 plays out. But what about January? Well, this is what we typically have. Our 30-year average of our temperatures, 40 for the average high for today, 42 by the end of the month, and it's 29 or 21 for the low for the entire month. You can see how the sunrise and sunset times change throughout the month as well. And while we don't get quite as much precipitation in January, most of the precipitation is in the form of snow. So it's actually, we average more snow in January compared to December. Now, that's the 30-year average. What's the 30-day average? Equal chances of drier than normal, wetter than normal across much of the middle part of the country. So no clear signal of what's going to take place as far as precipitation is concerned, or, unfortunately, temperatures. We're not real clear on what's going to happen. It is possible that we may have a mild start to the month, as well as dry conditions, and then that may change towards the end of the month. So just something to be mindful of. But as far as today's concerned on the new year, we'll be a little bit more seasonal. Mid-40s for mostly cloudy skies, 44 in Topeka, and we will have light and variable winds. That 44 will be a little bit warmer than last year at 42, 39 in 2024, but cooler than 2023, 62. And then, of course, we had the snow back in 2022 and 2021, but no snow this year or anytime soon. And temperatures will generally be in the low to mid-40s from Topeka to the northeast. It might be a touch warmer down to the south near I-35, where temperatures might be near 50, if not reaching 50, like Emporia. So that is certainly a possibility. Otherwise, there might be a little bit of patchy fog this morning, too, that we're keeping an eye on. As far as this afternoon is concerned, maybe a few breaks in the clouds. That's going to be true for tomorrow as well. One thing we're noting is maybe a little bit of light precipitation. Nothing measurable, maybe just a trace, but enough where it's possible that there might be some light drizzle, some mist, maybe a few flurries around our area. Now, whether or not it's here in northeast Kansas or what this model is indicating, southeastern Nebraska with a few flurries at 11 o'clock tomorrow, that remains to be seen. But don't expect much. I don't have anything in the 8-day forecast, so I'm not overly concerned about that. I think the clouds clear out late Friday night. That'll set us up with maybe a few leftover clouds early Saturday, but most of the day will be sunny, and that will help temperatures rebound back in the mid to upper 40s with 50s on Sunday, and then how about near a 60 Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday before we get some rain in the area on Thursday. Those lows generally going to be in the mid-20s to low 30s through the weekend, and then starting to warm up closer to the mid-30s as we head into next week. So staying above freezing for much of next week as well. Now, as far as precipitation is concerned through next Wednesday, it's not much. And then as we get through Saturday, it's still not much. Remember, just a couple days ago, it was indicating many spots, at least a half inch of rainfall across the area. So the European's not bringing a whole lot of precipitation. It is bringing a little bit of a trace to 1 inch of snow. That's mainly for the Friday, Saturday time period, not in the next 8 days. And then as far as the GFS is concerned, nothing through Wednesday. But then look at this. A lot more precipitation through Saturday as we're monitoring some rain. Of course, I do have that rain in the 8-day forecast on Thursday. And then, again, trace to 1 inch of snow north of I-70 up along the Nebraska-Kansas border. So not much with respect to winter precipitation. And then as far as our extended outlooks are concerned, we are monitoring the what are the normal conditions in the 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day outlooks, but also above average temperatures as well. So I don't see much in the way of any Arctic blast push into the area, at least through the first half of January, maybe even the entire month. But with that said, remember the 30-day average of the January outlook was equal chances of below and above normal temperatures. So there may be a little bit of minor discrepancies within those outlooks, but bottom line is be checking daily. That's what I can tell you. Make sure you're checking back in daily for updates. In the meantime, just kind of a dreary next couple days. The good news is winds less than 10 miles per hour. It does get a little bit breezy on Sunday, but until then, these next 3 days, less than 10 miles per hour. And for the majority of the time, most areas, near 5 miles per hour. So that'll help a little bit with the dreary overcast days that we'll have between these next, especially 2 days. And then the sunshine does return on Saturday. Have a great day.